Hi guys, my name's Alberto. Um, this is serious time. I'm here to do things. I'm here to help you. If you need help, especially spiritual help, for any situation, any reason you need help with something, I'm here. I've had, I've gone online and tried to help people and see if they come in, do live streams, and nobody really came except for like one person I remember. Uh, Sometimes it makes me think, and I did for a while. I went tried for like 2 weeks. I had a live stream for ask for help, and hardly anybody joined. I don't know. People are scared. I don't know. They just want to see me a stranger. Don't want to come in. Me personally, I would if I saw somebody asking to help somebody and listen to them, I would go because I needed help for so long, and I didn't get the help I needed. I try to get people to talk to me, and some of them they tried, but they just did not have it. They just not had. I had to learn as I go. I got a little bit of help. I got more help from the Holy Bible than I did anything else. Because people lie, deceit, prideful, and all that. And sorry to say it, most of them are family members. They're supposed to love me, and I don't feel the love. They can tell me they love me all they want. I don't feel the love. And I might freestyle while I have some of this planned, but I may have some freestyle. But I think what I'm gonna jump into, I'm here to help you, but I want to use myself as an example. I want to talk to you about my life, and I don't want you to say, "Oh, Alberto, you just want to talk about yourself." No, listen to my life and see if it applies to you. See what problems I told you I had. See if you have them. Now, sad to say, I mean, my life is pretty sad and everything, but I know those people have it way worse than me, and God bless them. So I think I'm gonna jump into it. So just trust me on this. I'm just not thinking about myself and want to just say, oh, boohoo, my pity party and all that. Listen to my story and see what I went through. If you went through, and there is opening for you to get more help, because this is my video for my Jesus live stream, or for yeah for my on YouTube. I have a live stream. You can find me there. Once I tell you my story, then you can tell me your story. I am welcome to listen to you. Give me the chance. I have nobody coming in. I know there's people out there that have problems. Why they don't want to express it to me? I don't know. Oh, sorry, I got a diabetic nerve pain. See, I'm sickly. I was on my foot. That's my. I'm still going through these problems right now. So that's how I can help you more. Just listening to me, and I will get to other things, and just trust me. And if you don't like anything I say, I know you can just you can just forget about me. But see if I'm your cup of tea, and see if I can help you. See if I can put a smile on your face. At the end of the day, and we have to work to be happy, man. I'm going through right now. I have to do it. Anyways, I'm asking you to trust me. Listen to my story. Apply to yourself. If any of my problems, you're like, hey, just Alberto went through that. Maybe I went through that too. Let me hear what else he has to say. And through here, you can find my live stream because it's on YouTube here. So it's the same thing. And maybe you can find my live streams. I throw live streams. I'll try to throw twice a week. And you could tell me this, and we can on my live stream. You can message me and tell me about your problems, and I'll talk to you about it. And I'll try to help you. Um, and you can be like everybody else. Probably you're thinking, I don't want to tell a stranger my problems and all that. But the thing is, it does matter, because if I were in your shoes, I had no help. I would go for desperation. I would go to a stranger or whatever. I guess you could call me stranger, whatever. I would do it. So, and I know there's other people in my shoes. Maybe they cannot find me. Maybe I'm not advertising correctly. So let's jump into it, and let's get this started, because I'm here to help you, and this will help me too, venting all my stuff. And I will try to make this short so I can get to the other things I want to get to. Okay, my name's Alberto. I live in South Texas. My story belongs. I was born and raised here. I'm a legal citizen. Not to put me down, but I am. I was born in South Texas. My parents are also born here in Texas. We're all legal. We're all that. I am from Mexican descent, but we're all born here. Most of my, as far as I know, most of my grandparents were born here too, for the exception of one man came from Mexico, and that's a grandparent. But I'm not too clear about that. That's all I know. I was born. I have four sisters and a brother. Uh, I was born and stuff. We're gonna skip to like I was about 7 or 8. My dad asked me, "Hey, do you want to play?" He said, "Do you want to play baseball?" Yeah, I want to play baseball. So I started playing baseball. I started off playing really good. I became pitcher my first year, my first team. Second year, I became a prodigy with my brother's help. I was a pitcher. I played all these places and all that stuff. After that, I wanted to play football. I wanted to be more aggressive, so I started playing football. I did not know too much about the sport. I did start off as a running back, and I made some yards and stuff like that. Run with the ball, all that good stuff. I was aggressive. Now supposedly I had speed, but I would run flat footed. I didn't even know how to run correctly. Nobody ever taught me you run your toes, not flat footed. But still, they said I had speed. Um, I was doing good in baseball, still okay. I was striking out a lot of people, all that stuff. Then I got into. I was still in football, and I didn't realize they finally put me in a position in junior high in defense. I would tackle people. I would watch a lot. It's funny. I watched a lot of wrestling, so I knew how to take down people with a ball. So I was good at that. And kids would look up to me. I mean, you're a pitcher, and you're running back, and you're playing defense in junior high. They looked at me. You're good. You're a good player. I was a playmaker. I was good. Um, when I played in junior high, actually, when I go went to, um, I went to go get my equipment. I had done my physical, I think, already. I want to get my equipment in junior high. My seventh grade is my first year of junior high. That's when I was going to start. I went into want to go change. I got really nervous. I don't know why. They gave me some football pants. They put pads in them, and I couldn't do it. I did it but I did it in little league football where I could put the pads in, but I got very nervous. I got very scared. I was very scared of junior high. I ran out crying. I ran out crying. And the next day, I was so scared to come back. I was so scared that night. But the next day, I went back. I could have just said, I'm not going to do this. But I went back and then finally got my equipment. And I finally calmed down. And then coaches sat us down with for positions and all that. My first year, I was the best. I played offense and defense in junior high football. And I did good plays. I wasn't running back anymore, but I was a center. With my pitching arm, I could hike the ball under my legs so I can kick it and all that stuff. I was good. I was playing defense too. I was tackling people, or I would reroute people, not let them come to the side with if on games that people run with the ball. I make them turn back, whatever, or I tackle them. And one time, I tackled a rival team. I tackled their quarterback back there. He was still back there, and they sacked him. Pretty cool. Um, yeah, year two in junior high was not all that great. I was still good, but they didn't want me playing offense anymore. 'Cause I got hurt my first year. Second year, they just had me hiking the ball, and yeah, boring. I mean, it was okay. It was still good, but anyways, what I found out, I wanted to get to play high school football. A rival team, um, they had beat in high school. They had beat us 30 years in a row, and I wanted to get them. I wanted to go in high school and go get them. I was a playmaker, and I know I can do this. So what I did was I was already getting ready to go to high school. I was in training. Um, oh, by the way, my first year of junior high, I went out of shape. I have never had problems going out of shape, but that year I did get out of shape, and I almost wanted to quit too. And the coach took me aside and said, "Son, you want to be sitting on the couch drinking Coca Cola?" I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds good." And I went with another kid. He was chunky and everything. He wanted to quit too. He ended up quitting. I ended up staying, and I ended up. It was good. That coach, he he helped me get through it, and I don't regret it, man. I played, and I have good memories of playing high school. Anyway, so now I'm done with junior high. Now I'm going to high school. I'm in training to go to high school my freshman year. I started running around a park that's really huge. It has like a car dealership in the middle and stuff, and it's all cement. But I would run in the grass. I thought it'd make it tougher for me and harder for me. And I found out it made me super strong. I felt invincible. I felt nobody could take me down. I felt really good about it, and I was in shape. I was in really good shape, and I know I was talented. I know I was gonna do well. Well, the but was the thing was I was afraid of the high school, just like I was kind of like junior high, and I needed to report to freshman football training, which is in the I don't know somewhere around the middle of summer. What summer? June, July, August, around July 4th. I don't know what. Maybe around there. I'm estimating. I did not know. That was the problem. That was the main problem was in my way, and I was afraid of the high school. So I asked my parents to take me. They didn't want to take me. Take me to the high school. Like no. And then on the phone, this is the part I forget about the story. The phone. Hey, Alberto, why didn't you call? I was afraid of being yelled at on the phone. I was afraid to call as well. I didn't trust my sisters. I just did not trust them because probably they've told me no a lot of times about something else, and I would tell them, hey, I want to be this and that. I mean, I want to play high school football. I'm very excited, but they didn't pay too much attention to me. They were too into their own problems or whatever. I called my brother. He was in the Navy. I'm like, hey, how do I do this? How do I find out the date? How to report to freshman training football? He didn't give me an answer. I'm like, I want to know. He didn't give me an answer. He just gave me some garbage. I don't remember what, and it had nothing to do about it. He played football before high school football in my same town and everything, so he should have known. He let me down. He thinks I'm mad about some other stuff. Yeah, I don't like him, whatever. But that was the main reason he did not help me out. And also that in junior high, they recorded a game I did where I did very well, and I was doing really cool. I'm like, kick ass! I finally have a video, whatever. I gave it to him so he could see it. I lent it to him, and he erased it. Was he jealous? Dun dun dun. I don't know. Probably. Either he didn't care or he's jealous. How dare he do that to me? I don't even care if it's an accident. He should have been careful with it. That's the only good tape I had of me in junior high. Well, anyways, I was asking my parents, hey, take me. No, they could have asked my sisters, hey, take them to go to the high school to find out the date, where to get your physical and register to play football, what have you. What days the meeting, when I have to go to practice. And this is very important. Some of my sisters are getting married. They're older than me. They didn't bother checking on me. They didn't bother checking me on my first day of high school. Pity party, yeah. Well, so I go. I said, I'm just gonna go by myself. So afraid. I'm terrified. Going to the high school to me is like Dracula's castle. That was my pet peeve. I was just afraid because I knew the coaches were mean over there. Coaches, usually high school coaches are mean. I will give you that. That's why I knew someone to go with me. So let's get through this. I just said I'm gonna go by myself. I'm afraid. I'm really afraid, but I'm gonna go. I go over there to the high school because I had such a big heart. I was afraid. I get to the high school, and there's a guy there, and I go, "Hey, how do I get to the leg department?" He goes, "Go over there." So I went over there. I found it. I didn't know where to go. There was like a tunnel going, like a not tunnel, but hallways going here and there, right? The athletic department. I go to a room, I see somebody teaching there, I go in there. There's the head coach. I found out it's a head coach. He's giving a meeting to all the coaches in the school, and there's like about, I don't know, 15 of them. I go to the coach and I go, hey sir, where do I register? I need my physical form. He gets me aside and he says, son, don't you ever bother me again. I'm already terrified going there, and this guy's being a jerk with me. Excuse my language. Excuse my French. I went out. I closed the door. He closed the door. I don't remember. And I go, I'm not gonna play for him. And this was my dream for 8 years, ever since I was a little boy, 5 to 14. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 10 years. My brother played football at a game, high school football. He lifted me in his shoulders, whatever. I must have been at least 5 or something like that. I remember that. And that's because I don't remember too much around that time. I was very small. He picked me up on his shoulder after a game. I wanted to be like him. I wanted to do that. And I probably would have surpassed him too. And he was a first stringer. It's not that easy being a first stringer even that time. Those times he played in the early 80s or something. So that coach did that to me. Instead of welcoming me to open arms as a new player, he pooped on me. I'm sorry, excuse my language. Not literally, but no, he was being mean to me. Literally, he was being mean to me. In front of the whole coaching staff, he turned his back on the newcomer. Son, don't you ever bother me in a meeting. He closed the door. I said, in my mind saying to him, I'm like, I'm not gonna play for him. I got traumatized. That was my future. That was my dream. My dream was to beat a rival team. My dream was not to pass high school with a diploma. Let me say this first. You know how I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but you know how your mom and dad say go graduate high school, graduate college. That's a bunch of baloney, man. You do what you want to do. If you have to be a nurse and you have to do it, well, you're gonna have, for example, a nurse, right? You're gonna have to graduate high school. You're gonna have to graduate college, but that's your motivation. I don't have to graduate high school. I don't have to graduate college. Me, because I'm still in high school, and my thing is just to beat that rival team. That is my goal. That is my dream. And these people stepped on it. My family stepped on it. That coach stepped on it. People don't care. Now, do you identify with me? Let me bring you in the mix. Have you gone to something similar where you need help and nobody wanted to help you? And best believe my family paid for it. What they did and not doing it. My sisters, can I blame them? Yeah. Did they check up on me on what I was doing? No. They were too busy, I guess, having kids and stuff, and they forgot about I came first in a way. But when they had their kids, I became second, last, whatever. I became last in everything. They took care of their kids, and hey man, forget about Albert. I'm not gonna lie, it took me out every now and then, but I was not a priority anymore. And I didn't. And you know what else hurt me? I was a loner. I didn't have the. And when I tried to make friends, it was kind of hard. I guess I'm sensitive. I have to blame this too. I'm not gonna blame everybody else, but I asked these people for help and they didn't help me. My mom and dad, I asked them for help. They rather be taking care of my nephews and nieces than their own son. And that's not the first time they put other people before me. So my dream died right there. I did play high school baseball. I tried to make a mark, but my vision was gotten bad. And baseball, you need to see more. Football, I could see large objects. I would have done better than that. I was still trying to see how I could get glasses or whatever in my helmet. It's very uncomfortable. For some reason in baseball, I was not getting strong enough. I was good in Little League, but when it came to baseball, I had my last best game in JV, I think. I beat a good team as a pitcher. And then after that, my varsity year just went blank, man. It was just everybody was better. I could not see well. I wanted to play football. I did not care about baseball, high school baseball. Football, I wanted all the fans. I wanted all the girls. I wanted all the fans. Did I say that? I'm sorry. I wanted the fans to respect me. And there's gonna be thousands of fans at the football game. It doesn't compare to a high school game. I wanted all the girlfriends. I didn't have to have money. Neither if I was the star football player, the girls would pay for me to go to the movies with them because I'd have popularity. This is like something I know. I could be off. It'd be like 95% true and 5% off. And so I ended up not even having a girlfriend in high school. Do I look ugly? My teeth are jacked up, but they weren't jacked up back then. They were good. They were decent. They could have been fixed. My family ended up screwing themselves over because they could have had someone that played high school football, and people would have stopped my parents. Hey, your son plays good football. Oh, cool. Football's big here, just like in a lot of towns. They threw it all away. My dream was to go on what was it, homecoming. My dream was to go with my mom and dad, have them dress up, and then escort me to homecoming. That went downhill. There's no homecoming for baseball. Who cares? Although my baseball was really sucky in like the baseball teams usually suck here in my town. But that year I was there, I actually played varsity, and we actually won district. But then I failed on purpose because I like the coach because he was mean. I failed on purpose by 1 point. I was a 69. I got a 69, and D's don't. If you get a D, you're not eligible to play a sport or activity. Um, so no football, no high school football, not even freshman, nothing. My dream died. Got no girlfriend. Got no popularity. The only thing I got is I knew girls liked me and stuff, but even a whole bunch of pretty girls came up to me one day and said, "Our friend likes you." And me, dumb, I said, have her come talk to me. That was it. I never saw them again. Sad. And that was when I was about to graduate. My goal was to get a girlfriend before I graduated. And that was the last chance I had. And I was just cut off short notice. I could ask for a pencil. Let's go get a number. I'll give you my number. But I was cut off guard. Don't worry, I'll start talking about you in a while. Don't be about me. I think this will be fast. Um, so no football career. No, that's my dream. Dead. No girlfriend. Dead. Baseball career. Dead. I was not good enough anymore. Even though I lifted weights and even took baseball class, it's just everything dead. Nothing. So I have nothing to look forward to. I'm I like the cage fighting. I was considering that, but my vision's already shot. I don't know about pass the test. I should have maybe tried to qualify. I don't know. But I graduated. Who cares? Dream's dead. There's nothing. I didn't. I should have. Yeah, after that, I should have went into MMA. Cage fighting. It was starting up, but I can't see. And then also I have some kind of what is it called? My dad had this disease thingy, and it passed to me. It's not a big deal. Tuberculosis, like I had a sleeping thing with her, and I was gonna have to always go take X-rays. They can't find that thing through blood work. They have to take it by X-rays. I had to do that after every fight. Maybe I don't know. I didn't want to risk getting someone tuberculosis. And if you say I was chicken, yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I guess I was just very down because of the football thing. I didn't want to do anything else. What did I do? I don't know. Did I go to college first or did I go to work at McDonald's? I don't know which one I did first. I think if I went to work or college. I think I tried college first. Around that time after high school, but I didn't go directly. I had to wait a year or a year and a half because I didn't want to go. I wanted to rest from high school, from going to school. I tried college. I did pass. Let's say I passed like 12 courses, and it's this. To make a long story short, I quit. I quit and then went back, and then they gave me a class called World. It was a you got to take. It's called World Literature, something like that. You got to read the Bible in Old English and all these language. I mean, books from different languages. He's like, try to do it. Try. I just got turned off. I'm not gonna be doing it. I don't have the energy to be doing that. It kept giving me electives. I couldn't pass math. I hated math. Hated being there. I didn't have a dream. I didn't have nothing. If I had a dream or a goal to pursue, that would have gave me motivation. Oh, I gotta learn how to do this. I gotta do it. No, I didn't have any of that. I didn't have nothing to do. Thanks for my family. They screwed everything up. They screwed up my dream. My playing football. Now I don't want anything. That's just the truth. You can't deny who I am. Then I started working McDonald's, Burger King. I had some money, spend stuff, buy video games. I mean, I was okay, but there's no future in that. Then I found security at age 22. I thought security was the coolest thing for a while, just doing nothing at night, getting paid for it. I gotta just take care of property. There were some gigs I didn't like, but there were some I did. I was there for 4 years at my first gig, security company. It was fun. Had to quit that. I tried to go back. They didn't want me. Um, and then I used to do security for a hospital. Well, I did twice, but that was the first time. First time it was for a company. Second time it was just me working it was also for a company, but a bigger hospital. Fun. Then I got another security job after that. Oh yeah, after that. That's funny. Um, my I when I worked for that big hospital doing security, I was a security dispatcher. My dad, he was like, no, I wanted to quit because there was like people looking over me and trying to get me in trouble. Look at my paperwork when I was a dispatcher. I was in front of computers trying to get me in trouble, and people walking. I hated people. I hated people, especially there. I was always gonna help people because the more people you have, there are a lot of people working. So the more people you have, the more jerks you're gonna have. I didn't want to deal with none of them. I'm like, they're paying me good, but I hated that. I hate being around people. So so I told my dad and my mom, I'm gonna quit. I don't like being around people. My dad just, no, you better not quit. Whatever. He was just thinking about the money. No, you better not quit and all that stuff. I'm like, are you caring about the money or are you caring about me? Because it looks like you're caring about the money. I told you I'm unhappy. I ain't gonna do it. And me, though, I had to go please him. Well, it is with God. Please your parents. God wants us to please our parents. Thou shalt respect thy parents. So I actually closed the room. He was trying to get in just for money. People disgust me, man. Even my parents. What kind of people are they? They don't even care about their own son. They just care about that. And believe me, I'm a good person, man. I don't deserve to be treated like this. So my dad was trying to get in the door, knocking. You better not quit. It's good money. I go, you know what? I open the door. Hey, I'm smarter than them, even though I can't work. I've never been good at jobs. I told him, I'm going to go back there and work there, and I'm going to end up getting fired. Because I'm not happy there. He said, oh, okay. He cares about the money. What happened? I was right. 3 months later, they fired me. Why did they fire me? Technicality stuff. I wasn't doing the computers right away. I could care less. I wanted that. That's one thing. I wanted to get out of there because before I get fired, I don't think I was trying my best. I didn't care. I didn't want to be there. And I felt bad when I got fired because I didn't have to get fired. But this dum-dum, my dad, he's dead already. He passed away from natural causes. I don't care. He didn't until the day he died because he doesn't show he loved me. What's wrong with you? And if he did love me, he had a funny way of showing it, and I don't think he did. It's just not believable. I believe actions speak louder than words. I don't care if anybody tells you they love you. They need to show you they love you, not say it. A lot of them just a bunch of fakers. If they're not proving it, they don't love you. Hey man, give them like 6 months. If you feel the same way, they don't love you. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Give them, you don't like anybody 1 or 2 years. I'm sorry, not 1 or 2 months, 3 months. See if that person loves you. If they keep making you feel that they don't love you either by ignoring you or being mean to you, give them 6 months, and come to your conclusion. This person doesn't love me. I don't feel it. I tell my wife this all the time. You gotta show me, not tell me. You gotta show it. But I don't care about all that stuff anymore. I've been to too much. Well, let me continue on and we'll see. So yeah, that big hospital security, they fired me, and I told my dad and I was right. They're gonna end up firing me because I don't want to be here in the first place. Fired me in 3 months and I'm out of a job again. Then I get to another security company. It's a smaller company like the one I started with earlier. Things are okay. Not really. I'm lonely. I've dated from 20 to 33. I dated. Then I got married. I things were gonna change. They didn't get any better. I don't get along with my wife's family. They're not my cup of tea. I think my family's classy. My wife's family, I ain't gonna say anything. I'll get in trouble. Not that my family's classy, but my dad was. I didn't like my dad, but she was very strict, and he taught us doing wrong things to the right things. So that I'll give him. But the things he did to me, like not being there for me as supportive of my football career, my dream, screw him. Don't care. He's dead. I don't care. And I'm gonna pay. I believe in Jesus and God. I guess I'm gonna pay for it. But I'll ask God. You know what He did to me about not supporting me with my football career. Why did He do that to me? I wouldn't do that to my son if I had one. I don't have any children, but I wouldn't do that. So I get married. Things are already rocky. I'm not. I do not like most of my wife's family members. I just don't. I don't like most of them. Some of them okay. Very few are okay. Most of them I don't like. I don't like their family value. They don't even have. I don't even know. I don't even want to talk about it. They just don't have that it that I like. She will tell you the same thing. So we get married. I got diabetes. Oh, I forgot the main thing. At 30 years old, I got married around 33, 34. At 30 or 29, I got diabetes. I was already had it. I was not going to my doctor's appointments. I was doing security. My sister said, "You gotta go get a job." So I got security, and then I got diabetes. Thank you very much. I ain't gonna say her name. Maybe she's a dum dum. I ended up getting diabetes. Can't control it. I'm not taking it seriously. Now this is the funny story. I guess I was in denial having diabetes, or I just didn't care. Anything sugar would hurt me. I lost 40 pounds like in 2 weeks. I got real skinny. My mom got scared. They didn't even ask me, "Do you want to go to the hospital?" Like, they didn't come to me, or we're gonna throw you somewhere if you don't. Well, I was doing a crazy shift. I was going to a town like 50 miles away, and I was doing several shifts going like that. And then one time I did a double. I had to stay over there, and it was crazy. I was doing for a school. They were making a school, and I did like a double. That's like 16 hours, and I was over there in that school, and they were barely built it. And not like I had all the bathroom facilities, whatever. I had to go call and see if I could go to the bathroom somewhere. I was very hot. It was cold in the night. I don't know. I was very skinny. I was still eating sugary stuff. and then I go home and I'm tired. I did a 16-hour shift, and then I had to stay awake, and it was super hot. Usually my car didn't have air conditioning either, because we're poor. We can't afford to fix it. So I go home for that place. I have to drive 50 miles back home. I drive 50 minutes, and then I'm so tired I fall asleep in my mom's bed. I guess I'm delirious, whatever. I'm asleep, and then two constables or deputies, they come and get me. It's two constables. For y'all don't know what a constable is, it's like policemen. They come get me, and I don't even know what the charge is, whatever. And I find that my mom and sister are there, and they take me in my mom's room. They take me down the hallway. My mom and sister, they're just looking at me. I want to knock them out. I know it's them. And it's not because I broke the law. It's because they think I'm not taking care of myself. I was married at the time, but I guess I was separated from my wife, so they took advantage of it. I want to knock both of them out and throw them out the window. That's the way I felt. I didn't do it, but that's the way I felt. Sorry, YouTube. I said I felt like it. I didn't do it. I have this smartness about me. I'm mad. I'm super mad, but I'm gonna keep my cool. They take me to the car. They take me to the hospital. And the way I'm gonna get revenge on my sister and my mom is they're gonna be calling, and I'm not. I'm gonna tell them I'm not accepting phone calls. I'm not like let them get anything out of it. And the funny thing is that the constables, they just dropped me off at the hospital, and I could have ran. So they left. I could have just ran, went home. But I'm like, I was smart enough. Let's see what they tell me, whatever. And I forgot the whole deal what they told me. I ended up getting released in 2 days, or I don't remember how many days, 3 or 4 days. And I didn't want anybody picking me up. I wanted to walk home, so I had to walk like 3 miles home, in the city, whatever. Ended up asking. Ended up getting close to miles, and I was like really thirsty. I ended up asking somebody, hey, at night, and it's dangerous. I'm like, hey, give me some water, please. And they brought this big fat lady, and it was out in the boonies. And there was this house near a cemetery, and big fat lady speaking Spanish, probably an illegal immigrant. Usually people just speak Spanish, are illegals. And she wanted to fight with me, and then I called her some fat pig or something like that. Excuse me, but I was down on my luck. I don't know. I'm like, what did I do? I just want to ask for a glass of water. Jeez, that's all illegal immigrants come over here for, to be mean to us. And no offense to illegal immigrants, but I'm just telling you what happened that day. I ran the grass. I went to my sister's house. She gave me some orange juice, whatever. I'm diabetic too. I'm like, wow, it's dangerous. I didn't want anybody picking me up. I didn't want my family members to pick me. I didn't want to give them satisfaction. Drank orange juice. I finally ended up home. Screw my sister and my mom for doing that to me. All you had to do is ask me or tell me to go to the hospital. We're going to call the cops. I would have said yes. No, they did not do anything. They just, after a double shift, they had the constables come pick me up at my house and my mom's. And I was asleep, and they woke me up. And they took me. Shame on them. Those are incidents where I'm like, screw them. I don't want to be part of this world. In the way I don't, but I'm not giving up. But we will talk about that at the end. I've been to surgeries. I've had something stuck in my heel, a wire. I had to be in the hospital for a week. I had to do. Um, I was in the hospital about a week. Let's just say a week. And no, that time you think even more. I think a week and a half. And that was on my birthday. And they said the doctor said I'm gonna be out before my birthday. No, I was still in the hospital and then some. And I cried. I cried in my bed, in my hospital bed. Finally got released. I need to get treatment at the house for like a month and a half, I think. Horrible. I can't. I had to stop working because my legs were hurting too much with diabetes, and then my feet don't let me. I can't jump or run or whatever like that. And I had another episode where I got a blister on my foot. I thought if I go to the emergency room, they'll take care of it, and then maybe I don't have to do anything with it. No, they want to send me to the ER because of the blister popped. I was in the hospital 6 days, I think. That's recently, and they said that they kept doctors love to tell you they're gonna amputate your feet. They love it. It's like a game to them. I don't trust them. They say the X-rays are gonna see if I got gangrene to my feet. When you're diabetic, y'all don't know. When you get blisters in your feet, especially if they pop, you're in big trouble. You have to go to the ER and see if you can save your foot because they're gonna want to amputate. So that's for y'all diabetics out there. Just wear shoes, man. Now I'm living why they tell you you have to watch your feet. Don't be walking barefooted. Don't even walk barefoot in your house. That's what I learned. Because I don't know what I hit or whatever, but I ended up getting a blister in my foot. Take care of your feet, moisturize them. Always wash your feet every day. Don't let what happened to me happen to you. That's if you're diabetic. If you're not diabetic, don't become diabetic. Take care of yourself. Watch what you eat. All that. Especially if diabetes runs to your family, watch it. So now I'm on this. I have a pick here. There's antibiotics. They finally told me, hey, we're not gonna amputate your foot. Oh, they took X-rays. Thank goodness. Doctor told me. But I have to go 42 days. That's 6 weeks or a month and a half. I mean, that's all the same time. I'm just giving you a different from month, week, and days. Let's just say the 42 days. I have to go to a clinic. They put antibiotics in me, and then guess what? They send me home with an antibiotic bag, which pumps in. I mean, the machine and everything is in here. Let me show you. And yes, I'm talking about myself again, but I will talk to you as well. And just be thinking, have you been through anything I've been through or anything similar? This is the pump. Comes out of the bag. That pumps in the antibodies that are here. That's the bag. So you can pop it open. That's the antibodies they pick me. And they gotta do this 42 times. I'm finally on half done. I've done about 3 weeks. So that's 21 days, somewhere around there, 21, 22, 23, something like that. And it's very hard. You have to make sure I don't drop it. I'll get in trouble. And if I skip one day, you have to go every day. It's open every day. No off holidays, no off Sundays. Every single day in the 42 days. And it's my challenge that for me, not anything to happen, not for me to injure myself, not to go to the ER, well, they could terminate everything. And carry this, make sure not to drop it. I have to make sure I get tangled. My strategy is to go slowly in what I do, and not to drop this on the floor. I can have it up here. Let's say if I have it up here, it drops, it falls, I could break it, I'll be in trouble. They could say you have to start over again and buy another machine, and you have to start all over again. So wish me luck. Still got 3 more weeks to go. Sundays I gotta check my blood. So I'm having a hard time, and hopefully I guess I'm into my segment there. Like I say, not just talking about me, I'm thinking about you too. Ask yourself, what I've been through, have you been through similar? You can always come into my live stream, and it's not just to get, I'm not going to get monetized anytime soon. I'm not. I'm here to help you. You can tell me your story, your problems, and all that. Go on my live stream, leave me comments, whatever. It is about Jesus. I know it's about me, but once we get into it, my channel's about Jesus. Now I'm done with my pity party story. I hope a lot of you watch this. Because there's people like me. I can't be the only one that's had bad luck throughout their whole life. I'm going to lie, I have my good moments, but most of it's bad. And I have more bad days than good days. To me, on average, like let's say every week I'll have maybe one good day and that's it. Now this is the thing. This is the truth. I'm trying to be as honest as I can because honesty, what do they say it? Honesty is the best policy, or the truth the truth shall set you free. That's what I believe in. And the truth is not pretty all the time. It's usually very ugly. My life, didn't you see it? Isn't that pretty ugly? Now, if you don't want to believe me, that's fine. But I don't know, maybe some of you will trust me, learn to trust me, or you either trust me or you don't. You don't have, it's better not to say you learn. It's either you trust me or you don't. But what I read from the Bible is that God says he controls everything. You know the story of Job? God took everything away from him. Well, actually, he said, he told the devil, God made a bet with the devil. God tells the devil, this is Job. He's my, and this is way back in the days, man. Before medieval times, like way back there. Closer when to the world was, what do you call it? Like Adam and Eve, like sometime after. You know, they hardly had anything or whatever. But, you know, they were still rich people. Job was rich. God tells the devil, hey, look at Job. He's my best servant. He's very dedicated to me. He's very honorable to me. Job is honorable to me. He's my best servant. And then they're like, him and the devil make a bet. The devil's like, you want to make a bet? And God's like, sure. And he says, you could do bad things to Job, and he's still gonna worship me, but don't kill him. Do whatever you want to him, but don't kill him. The devil's like, okay, you got to bet. So they're betting on it. They're betting on if the devil puts Job in harm with diseases and all this stuff without killing him, will he turn on God? And the devil's betting like, yeah, he's gonna turn on God, and God's like, nope, you could do whatever you want to him. He'll never turn on me. What does the story go? That the devil does kill people. He doesn't kill Job. He kills Job's first family. He kills his livestock. He kills everything. He takes everything away, his house, everything. He has nothing. Job is infected with disease. He has bulls in his arms, and Job's like, he asks God, why have you forsaken me and stuff like that. He's begging and pleading. I'm pretty sure he's thinking about death. Somebody asked Job, one of his friends or something, why don't you just turn your back on God? He's done all these bad things to you. And then Job says, you know, if I can accept the good things he's done for me when I was rich and all that, you know, I need to accept the bad things too. Suffering. And like he has blisters all over his body, he has infection, he has disease, he's suffering. But at the end, you know, I don't know how long they had him suffering. He killed his whole devil killed his whole family, his livestock's dead. I don't know. They kill almost everybody that he knows. But according to the story, Job was complaining a little bit, but he's kind of like, I'm not gonna turn my back on God, no matter what they do to me. At the end of the story, Job proved himself that he was not gonna turn himself on God, no matter what kind of torture they put him through. Again, taking away his family, killing his livestock, giving him illnesses. I don't know for how long. But what happened is, God's like, I win. He proved to the devil that Job was never going to turn his back on him, no matter what harm the devil did to him, or his family, or his livestock, whatever. And then God blesses Job again, makes him richer, gives him more livestock, gives him another wife, more family. That's what I believe is going to happen to me. Now, if I compare myself to Job, there's no comparison. That guy went through more pain than I did. But I'm similar, but I'm at a lower level. Why? Because I'm suffering. Job suffered, but he lost more than I did. Now, I don't know what it is like to be rich, though. That's the only thing, but I cannot compare myself to Job. Let's just say Job suffered a lot more than I did. I don't have much, people. Let me just tell you what I have. I live with my mother. I live with my car. You know how my sisters, you know how they treat me? I thought for a long time, this is my mom's house. This is my mom's house. I thought it was my house too, but she's in her paperwork. It's under her name, right? Which I don't care. But the thing is, I live here. I thought I live here. This is my house too. I've had sisters say this is not your. They tell me it's Albert. It's not your house. Alberto, it's not your house. It's mom's house. She's had cars. She has a car right now. It's a decent car. I drive it around and say. I learned not even to say my mom's car. I already know these people, my sisters. Not to say my, because we know it's mom's car. What do I have? Nothing. The way they treat me, what do I have? Nothing. They put their kids before everything. They don't even try to even have a versus where me versus them. You know, try to help Alberto too a little bit, whatever. No, there's even my mom. I'm her son. She will pick them anytime over me. Her own son. It's crazy, man. I would not be like that. One time I had a neighbor kid. I was in my early 20s. I had a neighbor kid, like 16, come over. We play video games and hang out. I was new to the neighborhood. I had 2 video games missing. He was the only person that was coming over here. I thought it was him stealing. I told my parents, hey, this guy's stealing from me. They didn't care. He took his side. They don't like me. They don't like me. I get treated like garbage. Now let me get to this. Let's see if it's this one. I feel like I don't belong here. So look, now one thing my sister did do good, one of them. I'm not too fond of any of them anymore. She gave me a Bible. One of my sisters. And she gives me bad vibes too. But she ended up doing something to save my life. She gave me this Bible. I'm sorry. It's a Good News Bible. Now, you should go buy. This is the Word of God. Alright, let me just jump into this. She gave me this Bible, and I think I found this on my own. I don't know if any. Yeah, I found it on my own, and it saved my life. This was about. I'll tell you. I'm like 47, and she gave it to me around. I don't remember, around 30 or something like that. And okay, you see how I get treated? Like people don't like me or anything, especially my family, my own mother, my own father. Check out what it says. Let me see. I'm gonna read you the words from those. Well, let me tell you this. John 3:16 first. It always comes first before anything. But it says, "For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." I have to read it fast because I'm nervous. I'm afraid I'm going to mess up. "For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life." That all that means, if you believe in Jesus, you're saved. You're going to have everlasting life. More likely when you die, or if you're lucky to be around when the rapture comes. The rapture is when God just takes care of your life. He'll take you up. You don't even have to die. Or, you could also be saved the regular way. You die, and then Judgment Day comes. He's going to pick you up and take you to heaven. But that's only if you believe in Jesus Christ. But this is the one that really opened my eyes. I mean, that opened my eyes, but this one too. Check this out. Let me read this to you. And it is John 15:19. It says, "If the world hates you, just remember that it has hated me first. If you belong to the world, then the world will love you as its own. But I chose you from this world, and you do not belong to it. That is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you." I'll read more, but let's stop there. Let me read it again. Look, or I'm gonna go now. We're gonna go by line. If the world hates you, yeah, it does. Just remember that it hated me first. That means that the world hated Jesus first. They treated Jesus bad too. It says, if you belong to the world, then the world will love you as its own. Now, if you, no offense to people that have like good days, a lot of good days, whatever, and are happy, that means that the world doesn't hate you. The world accepts you. You know, that's not me, and I'm kind of glad it's not me because I want that everlasting happy. That's kind of a bad sign. Like if you don't, if good things are happening to you and you never accept Jesus Christ or Lord Savior, you may not make it get that everlasting life, and you may, go with the devil or something. But if you're having good days and all, and you have Jesus Christ, it doesn't. I mean, it'll help you. But I chose you from this world, and you do not belong to it. That is why the world hates you. It's saying that Jesus chose me. Okay, if y'all want to debate if I'm right or wrong, you can always leave comments and all that stuff. And I can be wrong, but it is what it says. But I chose you from the world, and you do not belong to it. Jesus chose me because I don't belong here. I don't belong here, believe me. That is why the world hates you. It's saying that Jesus chose me. So that's why the world doesn't love me, and that's why the world hates me. Remember what I told you. So that's very important. I mean, it's saying that I ain't going to suffer for nothing, man. The world hates me, but Jesus is going to take me, and I'm going to have that everlasting life. That's what I want. I want to be in heaven. But I don't belong in, I don't believe in, some people give up. They take their own lives. That's not me. I don't think I'm not sure. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not sure if you were to take your own life that you would go to heaven or not. But I think not. I don't think God's going to want a quitter. I think He's going to want us to pay our dues here, live our lives, and if He kills us or whatever, if He takes us, let me put it that way. I'm sorry, YouTube. It's going to be worth it because when we go to heaven, it is beautiful. We're going to be giving you bodies, powerful bodies. We're not going to be angels, but we're going to be immortal. Somebody told me, I think it is true, we can't be angels because angels were created in the beginning of time, but we can be immortal and be powerful as well and have that everlasting happiness. We're always going to be happy, get our new body, never going to be sick, never going to have drama, never going to be sad. We're always going to be happy. And that's what I want, and that's what I want you all to, I want you to have that as well. No slave, let me read this. No slave is greater than his master. They persecuted me, they will persecute you too. They persecute me, they will persecute. They persecute Jesus, they're going to persecute us too. Give me a couple of minutes, I can finish it, and I'll wrap it up. If they obey my teachings, they will obey yours too. But they will do all this to do to you because you are mine. For they do not know the one who sent me. Talking about God, the one who sent me. They would not have been guilty of sin. I have not come and spoken to them. As it is, they no longer have any excuse for their sin. I'm almost done. Whoever hates me hates my Father also. If you hate Jesus, you hate God. They would not have been guilty. They would not have been guilty of sin and had done among them the things that no one else ever did. As it is, they have seen what I did. They hate both me and my Father. This is how Father is God. This, however, was bound to happen so that what is written in their law come true. They hated me for no reason at all. Kind of believe that. I think they hated Jesus for no reason at all when they crucified him, when they killed him. The Helper will come, the Spirit who reveals the truth about God and who comes from the Father. I will send him to you from the Father, and he will speak about me. And you too will speak about me because you have been with me from the very beginning. I'm with Jesus, but I don't understand from the very beginning. I'm just being honest. I'm not an ordained minister. I'm just a regular guy that reads the Bible. I have told you this so that you will not give up your faith. For me not to give up my faith. You will be expelled from the synagogue, and the time will come when anyone who kills you will think that by doing this he is serving God. I'm almost done. People will do these things to you because they have not known either the Father or me. But I have told you this so that when the time comes for them to do these things, you'll remember what I told you. So I just did you hear that line? It's like he says, if they want to kill me or they kill me, it's because they don't know God or Jesus. I guess it's trying to say like y'all can correct me if you want or you disagree. Let me know. He's saying like if the person that's killing me, he's killing me because he does not know God or Jesus. If he knew the beautiful glory that he brings, he wouldn't bother killing me. You kind of get it? Now, my sister gave me the Good News Bible, and it's easy to read. I ain't gonna lie to you and say, oh, I know that there's a King James version. That's the one with the hard words in it, the Old English. If you have problems like with it, that like I do, go to this, or go to YouTube and look up stuff. Good News Bible. I mean, it's easier to read. But the King James version is more accurate. I would try to get to know this. Take old English classes or whatever. I mean, you really want to get saved, you really want to know stuff, learn old English and, I mean, research it and stuff like that. Get this first. But get this if you have a hard time understanding, it'll help you too. Like I said, how does it apply to you? What I went through, see if you went through anything like that. I have a live stream, and you can tell me what you've been through. You can vent out. You can tell me, Alberto, I have this problem, or this happened to me, whatever. You don't want to get too personal about personal stuff because everybody's seeing you, but you can tell me, hey, my brother did this to me, or I feel lonely, or stuff like that. And the main point is suffering. I had to suffer in the hospital. I don't like being in the hospital. They would poke me everywhere. They put a pick in my arm. They took tape out of me several times. I'm full of hate in a way. I mean, I'm a legal citizen and everything, but I end up hating the nurses, man. They're doing it to me. I know they're trying to help me, but it's like I've been through too much. It's very hard to. Maybe I'll be in a better mood once I take this thing off. I gotta carry it everywhere. I can't drop it. I mean, I was in the hospital. I've been through so much in my life. I'd shiver like this. I hold myself and shiver. Telling you facts, man. My sisters, they would start ordering me around like Nazis. I don't like people ordering me around. Especially when they didn't help me with my future. Neither my mom or dad. They were not there for me when I needed them. They let my dream die, and now they want to boss me around. I told some of my sisters, if the God come takes me and it's my time to go to heaven, I ask God, I never want to see you again. God's not going to like that. He's not going to like that because maybe his plan is for me to be with him. But I'm like, God, in respect to me, all I suffered, I don't want to see them again. I don't want to see people again that didn't care for me in this life. You know what I did once? I was at a Walmart, and there's a parking lot, and then there's like a place where they sell Pizza Hut, and there's like this vacant place, like I don't know where grassy place is. I was going to Walmart, and there was this man. He said he needed money for gas. I turned around, I went to him, and I told him, I have $2 for your gas. He goes, no, why don't you feed my family? He goes, there's a McDonald's over there. Go over there and get us some food. I went over there and I don't remember what I got. I got a burger and a 20 piece, 10 piece McNuggets, whatever. At the end of the day, I spent $12 on them. I came back. It was like, I don't know, it was a burger, fries, whatever. It was quite a lot of food. 20 piece nugget with a Coke, something like that. This man also had his wife and 2 kids there. And I went to him. And I go, here's your food. He goes, thank you, sir. God bless you. I go, God bless you. God bless your family. Hope everything goes okay. That's what we mean with my good heart. And I feel like I shouldn't be treated bad by God, Jesus, anybody. And when I'm suffering in the hospital, them picking me and for IVs and all this stuff and putting this on me, and I feel like Frankenstein. I feel like the Terminator. Yeah, I'm mad with God and Jesus, but I still love them. I'm like, why do you? And they do this. They're the ones that cause it, because what they did to Job. But the thing is, I think it's bad what God and Jesus do to me, but it's pain. It's real pain. You don't want pain. But I accept that they're making me pay my dues to get that everlasting love. I still have faith. I still have hope. I hate this world. I really hate it. I don't like it. Maybe after they take this stuff out, maybe I'll be in a better mood. Maybe I'll like the world a little bit. But, and tell Jesus and God, please. I can plead with them. Please don't give me 2 more years of pain. I mean, 2 more years. Give me 2 years where I'm happy. Please don't put me to the hospital again. Please, I don't want to go there again. And please, one day, if you take me, I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. I accept Jesus Christ that God brought him from death to life, brought him back with a new body. I accept Jesus Christ where he was walking on water. I do believe. It's either you believe or you don't believe. And somebody in a church told me, see if you believe this. They told me I asked him, how do I get to Jesus? How do I get to that everlasting love? How do I get to heaven? This person from church told me, I don't know, nobleman, I don't know what he was. He goes, I asked this girl, who do I talk to? He goes, talk to this guy. How do I get to heaven? He goes, either you're chosen or you're not. In my heart, I know I'm chosen. I know I'm going to get the everlasting love. Never know. Maybe one day I'll give up and just turn my back on Jesus and God because I'm just frustrated. But no, I don't plan on giving up. And I know he's going to hurt me again. They're going to hurt me again. So what I'm telling you, does it help you? I know it's but I'm being very honest with you. You can get that everlasting love. I really believe you can. That's the good news. When you go to heaven, everlasting love, you're not sick. There's no fighting. There's no drama. There's just pure happiness, only happiness. I want to get there, and I want you to get there too. And I want to hear your problems. I have a live stream. The link should be there. It's Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. I think that's what it is. I'm sorry, I have memory problems. You are more welcome to join my live stream and tell me about your problems, and I will listen to you. Right now, especially, I don't have that many people coming. I don't think I've had one person come into my live stream. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I have a lot of other channels too. And I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to do other stuff too. That's why I have the live streams. I mean, it's crazy, you know. But we will get into that later. So that's the message I have for you. The question is, do you have hope? Do you have faith in Jesus Christ? Do you believe in the Word of God? Now I'm going to tell you, I still get mixed up to this day who to ask for, God or Jesus, about certain stuff. But Jesus is the key, even before God. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For whosoever believeth in him, he's talking about Jesus, the Son, the begotten Son. You want to get through God to God, you need to go to Jesus first. Even there's a line in there somewhere that says, Jesus says, you want to get to God, you come to me first. That's why I always talk about Jesus. And it's talking to Jesus, it's like talking to God too, because it said that there's a Holy Trinity. They're all the same person. Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit. So when you talk to Jesus, you're also talking about the Holy Spirit and God, because they're all the same. I hope you guys, I can't tell you what to do, but I would recommend go with Jesus. Go through this pain on earth, any pain, emotional, physical. You got to go through it. Humiliation, I've been humiliated a lot, even when my sister and my mom brought the constables on me without even asking me. I guess that might be a funny story, but to me it's not funny because I was humiliated. I've been humiliated a whole bunch of times, different stuff. But if I were you, I'd go with Jesus. I invite you to go with Jesus. And if you decide not to go with Jesus, well, I can't tell you, hey, don't go with Jesus. I mean, it's just a decision you have to make. Some people are not going to go with Jesus. That's just the way it is. Some will. But try to help each other out, man. And I'm pretty sure mainly freestyling and all this stuff. So I I hope a lot of you find Jesus and get into that Jesus love. I hope you get into my live stream. We're gonna talk about Jesus, anything related. We'll talk about Baptists, other religions, anything for discussion. Come and vent out. You have a problem? Come vent out. People have not been coming, so I hope you listen to me. You can vent out. Give me a chance, man. I may not be your cup of tea. Maybe if I am your cup of tea, you're gonna have a lot of fun. If I'm not your cup of tea, well, with all due respect, I hope you find someone that can satisfy you that like I will. Like other YouTubers, they're not gonna care as much as I do for you. Even from other channels, my channels have nothing to do with this channel. You know, I tried my other channels to see if I can talk in front, do live streams and everything. I found I could do it, so I could do it. Now I can start a Christian live stream. I ain't lying. I'm telling you the truth. I do have a lot of channels. I dabbled before with a lot of stuff. I still have them, but this is my Christian channel, and I love you guys, man. And I hope you find Jesus. And it'd be nice if you and I become friends. Come to my live stream, vent out. You find something in the Bible. I'm not an ordained minister or anything like that, but I have. Before I started doing the live stream, I was studying the Bible a lot. They just talk about it. I'm just not here to tell you about Jesus. Whatever you can tell me, hey, Alberto, you said something wrong, or I brought you information. I'll share it with you. Let's do this all together, man. Let's be a chain. It's like I said in my other channels. The same thing, chain. Let's be united. Everybody's part of a chain. Like a chain like this, a big chain like this. And one of those chains falls, nothing works. We all have to be united front. All right, man. Well, that's all I have to say. I hope you're happier. I hope I can help you. You could even help me too. I have pity parties all the time. I'm always sad. You can be like, hey, Alberto, be fine. You two gotta be down. It's fine. Let's all help each other, and let's get united through Jesus. I'm so lucky I can't cry right now because I'd probably be crying. 4 or 5 years I'd probably be crying, but no, I can't cry. But I'd cry right now. Let's get united by Jesus. I love him so much. I love you guys. Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. We have to accept that God raised him from the dead. That he did all these miracles healing people. He walked on water. Let's get united by Jesus. All right. Well, I'm going to end it here. I hope you take care. I hope you have a good day. I hope you always have more good days than bad days. Don't be like me. I have more bad days than good. Not that I can control it. I want to get to know you guys. And let's do it all in the name of Jesus Christ. So my name's Alberto. And I hope things go better for you guys. And if you're happy, keep being happy. If you're in trouble, you can't find any help, come over here and come to me. And we'll see what we can do. At least venting out here chat will help. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. My name's Alberto. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life.